Hey world, I'm Khufu.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Al.
And we're Sicksports. And today we're going to talk about this new Bryce Harper article that came out ESPN this morning. And it's a cool article, right? I liked it.
It was alright.
Paints him as this cool, slightly arrogant guy. But is he cool? Is Bryce Harper cool?
Like, he has cool hair, but I don't think Bryce Harper himself is cool. When I think of like a cool athlete, it's Ken Griffey Jr. Like, that's the last like baseball like player that I could think of. Like,
nobody in
cool.
baseball's been cool since Griffey.
No one, in my opinion. Like, they try to make Jeter cool. Like, that tried to be a thing when he was on like Jordan Brand, but he's not that cool.
Tried to be a thing.
But yeah, the last time I think of like a baseball player who was cool, I think Ken Griffey.
Is it partially because his personality is just not as appealing to a general audience? Because you look at Steph Curry, you look at Cam Newton, you look at guys like that, and you think, hey, that guy's cool. I can relate to him, kind of like Griffey. But you look at Bryce Harper, to me, he doesn't seem like the worst guy. He has a good work ethic. He's
work ethic.
A little bit aggressive at times. To me, he's just kind of a big bro. That's what he looked. I mean,
he's a bro.
You guys have seen the clown question part.
Well, there's a lot of bros that can relate to him, though, I can assure you.
Yeah,
people can relate to him.
Yeah.
So frat guys of America, they're looking up to this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Future frat bros of America.
Right.
Can you guys tell me a single like hobby, a single defining trait about Bryce Harper other than the fact that he's really good at baseball? I think that's what it comes down to.
That's a clown question, bro.
Oh, I can't. No, I don't know.
Bro isn't an acceptable answer
I don't know
either. Just being a bro isn't a hobby.
He likes tank tops. He loves tank tops.
That is being a bro. That's what I'm saying.
The bro tank.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the problem.
Yeah, that speaks volumes to the issue at hand.
Yeah, he needs a feature like that to dress him up in fancy clothes, make him look like Devil's Advocate.
Chris Hemsworth.
Make him look like Thor, and then say, hey, now this guy's cool. Here's why. He's not doing that himself. Major League Baseball is not doing that for him.
Right, yeah.
I think that's a big issue.
That's fair.
Baseball doesn't give them that platform to like show like these are cool athletes and look at them. Like when it comes to like celebrating or showing expression like off the field, like people flip out if they do like a bat flip, like, oh my god, you're disgracing the game, like you're such a horrible,
your opponents,
such a horrible person.
Well, yeah, this dude Goose Gossage, pretty epic closer back in the day. He's up there on the all-time saves list. He came out as the voice of the older generation today, saying kind of like that "get off my lawn" type of old guy. You guys have seen Clint Eastwood in what was
Gran Torino?
That's kind of who I think of. Get off my lawn.
And slightly racist.
Get off my lawn.
So he's coming out. He has the handlebar. He's coming out saying, "Look, that I hate stuff like that. You're a nerd. You're ruining the game for doing things like that."
It's a disgrace. He said.
He's a disgrace. Sorry, their nerd was more toward the analytics side of baseball.
Yeah.
Again, this whole idea of showing up your opponent is way overblown. The smallest things that go against the grain, they're considered disrespectful to the opponent, and they spark this needless like back and forth, like, oh, I'm gonna hit this guy, oh, I'm gonna get my teammate.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, like that's so old school, and it's not even like old school, like 80s old school. It's super old school because when someone shoots a three, like they do like three sign, you don't see like Larry Bird or Reggie Miller come out the woodwork like, oh, that's disgracing the game.
Yeah.
Because when it came to Reggie Miller, like he'll hit a three and then he'll like bow down to the crowd. Right. Larry Bird, he hits a three, he's talking shit to the bench.
Right.
Like
right.
this is like entertaining, and then they know it. Like this is like you're human, you can show emotion, and you do this in all these other different sports, but then in baseball, like you're disgrace if you're flipping a bat, and you don't see like that with like football, basketball. Like you're allowed to like show like your emotion, your expression.
Yeah, especially in basketball. But the emotion and the personality is part of the game. It's not. It doesn't even matter in baseball, because you see so little of these players every game.
No, I mean, but when you look at football, like you see someone like Cam Newton, like he's dabbing, he's doing like Superman dance. I don't like the dabbing thing, but I like that that's an option. Every
time a guy's making a tackle, he's getting up, they're jawing, they're talking trash, he's doing something. So
it's just part of the game, yeah.
Whereas in baseball, there's none of that. Maybe like a tip of the hat, some stuff like that. But you got Angel Pagan, for example. He does his little salute. You have little gestures, but it's really kind of.
It's not enough.
Nobody likes that. Yeah, and that's the thing. Everyone. There's always going to be a critic, basically.
Yeah.
I never realized how boring this game is.
And that's when it comes to mind with baseball, like it's so like bland with stuff like that. Like even like the player introductions, like they come out to like even the song is like a rap song, they're just waving to people. But like in football, like I don't know if you remember Brian Dawkins, but he would come out like a damn maniac, like he was Weapon X, like that's who he personified, and he was like crawling out like a dog, like. And then when I would see him, I was like, this guy's a maniac. I want to see him on the field.
You
like
see him do
I want to see him do some crazy stuff right now. In baseball, like the guy's waving, like it doesn't do anything for me.
But it makes sense when in football when a guy comes crawling out like an animal because they're trying to kill each other. In baseball, there's no room for that. If a guy crawled out, crawled out of the dugout, he just crawled right back in and sit down and wait, until he was up to bat. Or what else do you want to see them change in the game of baseball? That might make you turn on the game every now and then.
I was going to say, why not shorten the season up, give them some more breathing room between each of these games? I mean, I know baseball's always had 162, but just shorten it up. Let them have some time to do other things off the field, capture what they're doing off the field. With baseball and football, basketball and football especially, they have time to go do some stuff away from the game. The cameras are always there. They have these press conferences, there's just more to it.
That might make you turn on a game?
Yeah, well, because that lets their characters breathe. That lets their characters come out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Shaq was given so much time to create so many bad movies, so many bad music. So I like the ability that a player has so much free time to create things, whether they be bad or good. But in baseball, they just don't have that free time.
Yeah.
I am Khufu!
It's kind of just like, it's not a sport of our generation. Our generation likes to see scoring. We like to see offense. We like to see an up-tempo thing, and that's just not what baseball is, like to its core. It's not like that. So we're talking about how baseball's boring. We wish it was cooler, faster. What's like if you could change one thing that would make it cooler, what would it be? Just one thing.
One thing I would change is like if you hit a home run, I want you to have like the option, to use that bat as a guitar, like fling that shit, or like because you have a bat, like that's a prop, like you do something with it, show some kind of emotion with it. I know like some people like it's a disgrace, you're ruining the game, but I just want to see like this kind of like expression.
Okay. What about like dizzy bat? Like they do 3 circles before they run around the base paths? Yeah.
That's what you want to see?
No, okay, that's Al's idea.
I like that as an option though.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna take my own. So I'm trying to save the game of baseball, folks. Y'all ready for a big one? Let's scrap. It's a different era. Let's change the game. The steroid era already messed up all the stats that traditionalists are looking at because they're saying steroids pumped them up, which they did. So new era of baseball. Let's shrink the strike zone. Give them bigger bats. Bring the fields in, maybe just anything to make offense pop because that's what makes the game exciting. New era of baseball. Whatever. Those stats count for those eras. Let's move forward with our new stats.
I think they should adopt with the rule in hockey where you let players fight. So if a pitcher like intentionally hits like a batter, they should be able to just brawl, for like a good 10 seconds.
I like that.
That would make me watch it because it's like, oh, you threw a ball at him, okay.
So you want to
throw
see
a ball at him again, okay.
You want to see more of that Papelbon, Bryce Harper stuff. You're too close.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
You're too close, man.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I like that. I like that.
That would be fun, right?
You guys and your minimalist.
Because I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, is he gonna fight now? Like, yeah. Okay.
So baby steps, big picture. Either way, gotta make the game more exciting.
Right.